All right, joining us, the great Miranda Devine, New York Post ace columnist, Fox News contributor. Unfortunately, in a wonderful day of celebration for Donald Trump, a very low-life event occurred, and we're going to have to play, but you've been chronicling this as much as well as any journalist in America. 20 minutes before his term ends, while Joe Biden and his wife Jill are in the inaugural ceremony, right, they release a press release that basically the rest of his family is pardoned, okay? Pardoned. Now, if that is not an admission of guilt and corruption, I don't know what is, Miranda Devine.
It is an admission of guilt, and I hope that all the journalists who have turned a blind eye and covered up for the Bidens for 4 years after we at the New York Post exposed Joe Biden and his family, influence peddling grifters, criminals who took in millions of dollars from China, from Russia, from Kazakhstan, from Romania, you name it. And we were told that this was Russian disinformation. And here Joe Biden, as his final act of just treachery for the American people, has pardoned both of his brothers, Jim Biden and Frank Biden. Jim Biden is currently under investigation, I believe, by the Department of Justice over some other grifts. So that's all gone. Frank Biden, who once was caught in a video shop with two cassette videos stuck down his pants that he was trying to shoplift, and was arrested for that in Florida many years ago.
That was so low rent, I can't believe it.
It's sort of a par, though, with the whole Biden family. And then he's also pardoned his sister Valerie and all three in-laws. The two wives, Sarah Biden, Jim Biden's wife, who was very much involved in the sort of China grift with Hunter Biden. And in fact, Sarah Biden went and got a check out of money, $200,000 out of their joint bank account. She wrote a check, she took it, she cashed it with another bank and found a way to get it to Joe Biden. And she wrote on the check it was a repayment of a loan. And so, unfortunately, the Republicans could never get to the bottom of that.
Well, but it really kind of suggests that Chairman Comer was right. That they had set up all these little LLCs, and that's how the money was laundered. And yes, they never did prove that it got to Papa Biden, but somehow or other, if Papa Biden is pardoning everybody in his family, you have to wonder whether, by the way, they're all cheering for us. They're all cheering for Miranda Devine right now. This is like the Milwaukee convention. Oh, actually, it's a great marching band. We'll see that. But I mean, it really does suggest strongly that where there's smoke, there's fire. I mean, why would you be pardoning somebody with 20 minutes left in your presidency?
Well, he did that because he knew that the news would be buried by all the news of, obviously, the inauguration. It's such a low act. It's so despicable. But to me, it really defines his presidency. He did terrible damage to the country, and his character, he always talked about, character and bringing back the soul of America. Well, his character is now laid bare for the whole country, the whole world to see what he's all about: corruption.
And part of today's story for Mr. Trump, which is the historic comeback, I mean, probably the greatest comeback in American political history, was how he got through Biden's weaponization and Biden's lawfare, and Biden trying to throw him in jail for 700 years. And then here's Biden almost putting an exclamation point on it by these crazy pardons with 20 minutes to go.
It is, and I just think it's brilliant that Donald Trump was there in front of Biden, like Biden's sitting there next to him, and he's basically alluding to the corrupt and barbaric nature of the government and how incompetent they were. He didn't name Joe Biden. He was quite polite because, as he says, Melania Trump and also J.D. Vance said to him, "Don't be mean, don't put those things in your speech." I thought the speech was pitch perfect. But, he's classy, he rose above, and the man who tried to put him in jail, who's sitting next to him, it has just pardoned the people who should have been charged.
Yes.
And that never were. mean, the Department of Justice that went after Donald Trump, they covered for Hunter Biden, Joe Biden, Jim Biden.
I think we have the American colonialists behind us, which is terrific. This is a great day for patriots anyway. Miranda Devine, New York Post, thank you
Thank you
ever
so
so much
much
for coming on.